We got an Inception. Okay, so somebody wants us to talk about Inception. I actually had that highlighted on my thing, Carly, there, but we'll skip ahead to Inception since that's a fan request. We'll talk about Inception.
All right, Inception.
Have you seen Inception?
I have seen Inception. I so have seen that movie. No, Inception, another Christopher Nolan movie, another fine Christopher Nolan movie. It's a very cerebral movie. A lot of people I remember people were confused about that movie when they first saw it. And I can understand why, because there's just so many different elements to it. But I think that's what makes it such a great movie. It's just so, it's such an all-star cast. I really just love how it's shot and how it just presented the character. Really made me love Leonardo DiCaprio as well.
Exactly, and like you said, all-star cast. We got Tom Hardy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Juno. What's her name? We got Juno. I called her Juno, but I am blanking. Ellen Page. Thank you, Carly.
I was going to call her Julie Fisher.
And amazing cinematography. And
that's not cinematography you spell.
That is not how that's spelled.
Sorry.
Cinematography. Go ahead.
You know what? You get points for effort. E for effort. And that's not a passing grade either. E is not a passing grade.
Get an F for effort.
But
anyway.
Inception gets a passing grade for us. It is a solid A in our books. We're going to keep moving on. Inglourious Basterds is another movie. Number 59 on here, another Brad Pitt film.
Of course.
Inglourious Basterds by Quentin Tarantino, obviously. First time the world really got Christoph Waltz playing Hans Landa, which is probably the most, other than the Joker, I would say, is the most dynamic villain we've ever had in a movie. Kind of like Sherlock Holmes, but if he were evil. And they really play that up in the movie.
The first 15, when he's introduced at the beginning of the movie,
yeah.
I knew right there and then, I was like, I don't know who this man is, Christoph Waltz at the time. I was like, but he needs to win the Academy Award. I was like, right there and then, I was like, he needs to win it, give it to him. I was like, he is evil for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
I just like, he belongs in a special
place. Quentin Tarantino has been really good for Christoph Waltz's career because he won an Oscar for that one, and then he won another one for playing the dentist assassin in Django Unchained. So really, really great character study, obviously, for Hans Landa, and he was a character that if you just love Christoph Waltz as an actor, this is him showing his true colors in spades. He just a whole spectrum. Him speaking the different languages with perfect precision was scary, and the scene you were talking about, the first 15 minutes, probably one of the best, most suspenseful scenes in cinema history, I would say. Quentin Tarantino said it was his favorite one that he's ever written.
I mean, the thing is, it's just surreal. It's scary. More so because you knew that actually happened. Like we knew.
Yeah, maybe not those exact events,
but this is being based off World War II and about the Nazis invading Germany and invading all over. That I can only imagine what it must have been like during those times.
They don't pull any punches.
They do not. They do not in the entire movie. Another all-star cast as well. That's that movie.
Yeah. And we're. Inglourious Basterds, check it out if you haven't seen it. Number 62 on this list, Under the Skin. Now, I told you about this movie a while back. Under the Skin, I just seen it recently. It came out in 2013. One of the best movies I've probably seen, period. Under the Skin, it's kind of starring Scarlett Johansson. She plays an alien that comes down, and she's just, she looks normal, but you can definitely tell there's something inside, and she starts kidnapping men. And for what reason, we don't know. And then the movie just kind of follows her along. It's a really interesting story behind this movie. She went around talking to passers-by, little hitchhikers, guys just walking on the street, and they didn't know they were being filmed. These are not actors in the movie. Scarlett Johansson went around in a van talking to just strange men, and they picked it up and put it in the movie, and you don't know that from watching it. She definitely feels like an alien trying to abduct men. It's a really surreal movie if you haven't checked out Under the Skin.
Yes, if you're watching this by any chance, you can kidnap me anytime.
Also, Scarlett Johansson, if you're watching this, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to watch our YouTube channel.
Please kidnap me.
Please subscribe.
Please kidnap me.
Now, number 74, we're going to go back to the movies that we don't understand why they made this list. I don't know if you're wanting me to high five you or no, just stop. Okay.
Can we end the taping here?
We can't. We have to talk about this. Number 74, Spring Breakers. Jeffy Franco on this list as Riff Raff. What do you think of Spring Breakers, Chris? What do you think of it?
Okay. All right. Okay. I want you to take everything that you think that is good in a movie, and I want you to put it in Spring Breakers, and then take out everything that's good in a movie, and then you'll just have that movie left over.
That's great. James Franco is hot,
Have you
according
seen
to
this
Carly.
movie? Have you seen James Franco in it? That statement's not true.
It is not true in Spring Breakers.
No, in all seriousness, I can see why it's in there. It's actually a pretty surreal,
Yeah.
totally tubular movie.
Totally tubular.
Yeah.
Bringing it back.
But I just, like, when I saw that on the list, I was like, I had to question it for a second.
It really comes down to whether or not you like Jeff. I keep calling him Jeff Franco. That's his dad.
You
Mr.
can't forget
Jeff
the Spring
Franco.
Breakers, too, because you also have Selena Gomez and Ashley Benson. Who else is in it?
The girl
Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa Hutchinson. And honestly, they all play their roles very well. They just like, well, I wouldn't say to the same extent, but like Lindsay Lohan and the rest of them in Mean Girls, they play their roles very well in this movie, so I can't fault them for that.
And this goes back to my No Country for Old Men statement. I can definitely appreciate that this movie was well made, even though it wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't particularly like the riffraff role because I felt like it was an easy role for James Franco to play. He pretty much just played any jerk that you find on the beach. Yeah, and the Selena Gomez and Vanessa Hudgens, it just felt like a Miley Cyrus post "Look How Adult I Am" kind of performance, like after they get out of the Disney contract. So I didn't enjoy the film as much. Did have a good soundtrack. I didn't find myself kind of dancing to myself, but that wasn't really a reason to buy the movie. I could just buy the soundtrack and avoid all of this.
Exactly. So there's a lot of other movies that I just felt like, when I saw that, could have easily taken that spot, like Pineapple Express or Superbad or
This is getting to be a
Pineapple Express.
This is getting to be a long episode. We're just going to kind of go through these. 76, Inherent Vice. If you haven't seen Inherent Vice, check it out. It's Paul Thomas Anderson, director of There Will Be Blood.
He has a lot of movies on this list, we know.
He has a lot because he's a good director. And check that out. Number 80, Wolf of Wall Street. If you have 3 hours, it's the best 3 hours that you've ever spent watching a movie. Good time. Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm not going to leave the Quaaludes. Sorry.
There you go. And 84, Her. Spike Jonze,
yes.
Joaquin Phoenix, and Scarlett Johansson. Yep. Her is definitely a great movie. It's a kind of sci-fi love story.
What if you fell in love with your smartphone? Most of you have, and your smartphone was a woman or a man of a very attractive voice that you like. That's
there you go.
It, and you're good to go.
Number 88, Spotlight, won Best Picture last year. Do you really have any other reason to check that movie out? Number 90, Finding Nemo. If you haven't seen Finding Nemo, you just must not like movies.
Ratatouille. Anyway.
Boom.
All right. So.
And there are there's a three-way tie for number 100, so I guess it's kind of a top 102. Requiem for a Dream is definitely on there. One of the more disturbing movies on this list.
I saw that, and I was like,
yeah.
Spring Breakers could have been 100, and Requiem for a Dream could have been 74.
Exactly. So take this list with a grain of salt. Obviously, all of it's subjective.
Sorry, your favorites weren't on there, like Vacancy with Kate Bosworth. Kate Beckinsale and Luke Wilson, or what other movies you want to name?
The Room wasn't on there.
The Room wasn't on there.
Birdemic.
Hunting.
We need to make a list of movies that are so bad it's good. Top 100.
Oh yeah, easily.
And we'll put Spring Breakers on there.
Adventures of Pluto Nash with Eddie Murphy.
Adventures of Pluto Nash, yes.
And the dad from Raymond that died because that movie was made.
Super Mario Brothers. And if you want to check out this list,
Rest in peace, Bob Haskins. Anyway,
if you want to check out this list or any other videos that we have, you can go to WRBL.com, click the Watch tab, check out all of our videos. You can also subscribe and like this video to check out all the videos that we post as they come. Go to our YouTube, our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're all over the place at WRBL What to Watch. Also, we're going to Dragon Con next week. So if you're going to Atlanta, September 1st through the 5th, definitely come check us out, take pictures with us. We're really nice, even though we act like jerks talking about movies. We're really nice guys, and we don't smell as bad as we look.
No,
so
we take showers most of the time.
We do, most of the time. So come up, take pictures with us, talk to us. Maybe we'll have some free stuff to give you. So check us out and follow us on social media. I'm out of breath.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
when you were doing all that sort of stuff, I was just looking at my phone because
What's that?
Yeah.
You haven't liked us on Facebook yet, have you? Is that what you're doing? You're liking us on Facebook?
Go, Jolene.
Did you download the Facebook app yet?
I like how we have an audience of people that I don't even care about.